Yo. What's good, folks? What's good, everybody? Appreciate everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Inside Scoop. Happy Friday. Of course, I'm your host, the man with the plan with the... excuse me. I'm your host, the man with the plan with the cleanest ways and all the land, Spivey. And, of course, I got with me, to the right, to y'all left, however it is to go. Okay, see that good in this camera. G-Bone in the building. What's good?
What's up, y'all? We back.
We back.
Another day, another dollar, another podcast. Let's get it.
Another day, another dollar, another podcast. Man, we got a lot.
Put that on the t-shirt.
Put that on the t-shirt. Who was the underdog underscore? Put that on the t-shirt.
Underdog, yeah.
Underdog, put that on the t-shirt. Hey, we got a lot we're gonna get into today, man. The Cavs bounced back after a beatdown in game one, return to favor, beat down the Celtics in game two. We're gonna talk about these Nuggets Timberwolves series, OKC Dallas, Knicks Pacers, and how y'all feel about Frank Vogel being out as coach of the Phoenix Suns after one season. What up, JD? Appreciate you for tuning in.
JD, what up, though?
With that being said, let's get started with these Cavaliers, babies. Yes. After game one, well, really before game one, a lot of everybody and their mama was picking the Celtics to win this series. Still are picking the Celtics to win this series, but a lot of people felt the Celtics were going to sweep the Cavs, especially after game one, the way they just blew us out the water, just thumped us on our head. But we bounced back in Boston, dominate them in game two, lead Boston with a victory, even the series 1-1, head back to Cleveland. With that being said, what chances you giving the Cavs, man, after looking at them last night?
You know what? I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to go 50-50.
Okay.
I picked Boston to win the series, but after last night, I don't care what Jason Tatum said on his post-game presser.
Mm-hmm.
It got to mess you up. What's up, Blaze?
What's up, Blaze?
It has to mess with your psyche to know that y'all the number one team and all this kind of stuff. And Mobley, not Mowgli. You got Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Listen. You got to excuse Blaze right now, man. You know, he's in unfamiliar charted waters, you know what I'm saying, with his again. Now he wanted us to do something that they couldn't do. So, you know, you guys excuse him. He gonna get it right. Go ahead.
Not Mowgli, but and y'all got blew out on your home floor. You can't tell me that didn't. Oh yeah, well, you know, that's just one game, and you know we gonna go to the next game. Like, nah, y'all thought y'all was just gonna come in and sweep us, and y'all really didn't take the Cavs seriously. And then they came in. Evan Mobley showed up.
Yeah,
they were clutch down the stretch. They played with more effort. And they whooped y'all in your own house. Literally. They beat them by what, 24, 20, something like that?
Yeah, 24, 26 points.
So don't tell me it's just one back. Y'all will. But but they know. I think this game is probably the most pivotal game in the series. Because if they win this game and we go up 2-1, pressure is on Boston because they cannot go down 3-1. So I expect Boston to come out with more intensity and ferocity this game. But I think the odds and the chances of the Cavs winning this series just leveled out. So I'm going to say 50-50 at this point.
Yeah, I started off the show Wednesday. I believe that was Wednesday, the day after we lost game one. And I said, come on now. Mobley, we need a Mobley sighting. We need a Darius sighting. We need Strus to hit some shots. We need Okoro to play some nice, steady defense. We need JB to really coach and make adjustments if adjustments need to be made. And all them boxes was checked. A lot of us at times criticize JB Bickerstaff as far as his adjustments during the game. He don't make the proper adjustments. He don't have the right rotations in, all of that. He did the right thing game two after watching the film game one. We came off a tough series against Orlando. We was tired, had to go right into game one against Boston. They called us slipping, but we was able to actually sit down and watch some film and see what we did wrong in that game one against Boston. And we came out of game two, got the victory. Evan Mobley, finally got an Evan Mobley a double.
He said Mowgli. He is tripping.
Double, 21 points, 10 rebounds. He also had 5 assists. First time since who? Goat James. You know what I'm saying? So Matt Struz hit a couple of big shots. Darius Garland. I know we really be on Darius Garland for what we know he's capable of doing, but he don't do it. You know what I'm saying? He turned the ball over a lot. It's like he playing timid so far throughout these playoffs, but it was a sight for him yesterday. Karis LeVert coming off the bench, giving 21 points. And the one thing I like that we did on defense is we ran Boston off that 3-point line. Like you just stated, they shoot a lot of threes. As my man Blaze just stated right here, they live by the three. You said
die by
the three, and we killed them in check. I also said going into the series too, I knew Jason Tatum would do his thing, Jaylen Brown would do his thing, but the one guy we had to really control and contain was Derek White, and he got off on his first game. Yesterday, not so much. He shot horrible from the field. I think it was 3 for 11, 3 for 12 from the field, something like that. Unable to hit the long ball. So overall, man, the Cavs played great game too. I just wanted to see them continue that and build on what they did in game two and take that to game three. Like you said, we need the crowd all into it. We need everybody. Let's go, Cleveland Rocks, believe in whatever it is. You want to, however it is, you want to look at it, whatever slogan you want to say about it. But game three, I do agree with you, it's going to be a big game for the Cavs.
We couldn't get a win in Orlando, but we beat Boston in Boston. Explain that, because I'm still trying to figure that out.
And shout out to JB for getting his first road playoff win as a head coach as well. You know, he was today. Now, I think the reason why that is because I kept saying the Orlando series. Orlando had one of the best home records in the NBA. Boston did too. I think Boston had the best. But Orlando, you know what I'm saying, also they top 3, top 5 far as home record in the NBA. I just think with Orlando, it was just a size difference. Whether we played them at home or on the road, it was tough. It was even tough for us at home, but we had the home crowd, and of course, your stars or your role players play better at home. I just think against Orlando, one, they had the size. It's tough to beat them in Orlando as it is, and you know they just did what they had to do. But playing against Boston is a whole completely different story. Even though Boston still is top 5 in defense, we can move the ball and shoot against them. As of where you got 6'10" dudes all in your face all game, you got 6'1" Darius Garland, 6'2", however tall he is, trying to shoot over them. It was tough. And then on the defensive end, they had the mismatch on us shooting wise, whether they got it in the post or just shooting jumpers over his peers. So I think that's just all it was the simple fact it was just a bad mismatch against Orlando. Whether we played them at home or the way it was going to be tough.
Yeah. Side note, Banchero is coming.
Oh, yeah. I like Paolo.
He is coming. Give him 2-3 years, if not next year. And they get a couple more pieces, Orlando going to be a problem.
Why wait till he play y'all to cool off? Hey, I mean, he got us. Listen, he got us the first game. He said pissing me off. He got us the first game. We just came back in game two and made the proper adjustments to run Boston off that 3-point line, and you know it worked. It worked for us this game. Hopefully, it worked for us next game. But yeah, I said going into the series, Derek White was going to be the guy that we really had to contain. Because, like, he go off, it's like the whole Celtics team go off. So, like, you know, again, you know Tatum and Brown go do what they do. We just got to contain the Derek Whites of the world, the Peyton Pritchards of the world, them guys. So, game three, I got the Cavs. You got the Cavs?
Yeah, I'm taking the Cavs.
Got the Cavs game three. I got the Cavs game three. Cleveland, stand up. Let's go. Let's get it in. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Let's be as loud as possible. Let's blow the decimals off the roof and get this dub against the Celtics, man. Let's shock the world. I know somebody, another team that's shocking the world right now is the Minnesota Timberwolves. The way they just dominating the defending champion Denver Nuggets, game 1 to game 2 in Denver. Game 3 is in Minnesota. Do you think Denver can win this game and make it a series, or Minnesota take this series and command a 3-0 lead and the series over with?
Where is this next game at?
It's in Minnesota.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they got the first 2 games. The first 2 games was in Denver. They got them. They got them in Denver. Now they're in Minnesota.
Man, it might be a wrap for them. It might be 1, 2, 3 Cancun for them, man. In 4 games, because I think they still thinking they playing the Lakers, because they got they got Joker frustrated. Yo, he can't even come across the line. What's the old boy name? Light skin with the braids, Aaron, whatever his name is.
Aaron Gordon.
He can't stay in front of his man. Did you see the play where his man blew past him and dunked the ball or whatever? He just looked at he looked at Joker like, and just shook his head and walked off.
Yeah, it's looking real tough. It's looking real tough for them.
They playing Minnesota is playing extremely good defense, and if they did that on the road, just imagine what's going to happen when they get. They tell Minnesota don't pack light, don't pack a lot of clothes, because this is about to end in 4 to 5 games. I will respect it, but it's about to be over. And I can't stand Rudy Gobert and any team he owned, but the way he's looking. Boy, Joker about to be going back to wherever he from.
What Joker from?
Sibia or whatever.
Russia or something.
He gonna be over there racing his horses and stuff again. He gonna have plenty of time this off season to spend time with his family, because they about to go. They have a 10% chance of coming back and winning this series. That's it. 10.
That's a better percentage what I'm giving them.
I'm being optimistic for him, but that's
the series over with.
Jamal Murray. I forgot all about him. Where he at? Has he still
throwing towels and stuff on the court? Frustrated. So that's where he at. Frustrated. You get him a 10%, man. I get him a. You know what? Just because they did
0.
I give him a 1% chance.
Not one.
But I think this series over. I do think Minnesota is gonna sweep them. As of tonight, by saying that, as of tonight, I got Minnesota. I just think they are a different animal, man. Like they playing like a team that really wanted. Ant-Man, bringing that dog, Gobert, Towns, Nazir Reed, Alexander Walker, McDaniels, all them boys, Mike Conley, all them. Siberia, Blaze say Siberia. Good looking out, Blaze. They just come to play, man. Then you mentioned the Joker. Not being able to do we accustomed to seeing him doing what he did last series against the Lakers. Again, against the Lakers, it was no bigs on there. The biggest guy was Anthony Davis that he had to deal with. And Anthony Davis was 6'10", 6'11", something like that. But the Joker 7 foot, he got that girth. He got that body mass, you know what I'm saying? Where he able to back you down and can basically do whatever it is he want to do. He can't do that against Minnesota. You got Rudy Gobert, who is now the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. You got Karl Anthony Towns, who's not a small boy himself. You got to deal with Nas Reed, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but they pull a Joker away from the offensive glasses, from the rebounds, from deep rebounds. I just think it's going to be tough on Denver. I don't see Denver. I see Denver coming out tonight in that first quarter throwing their best punch, but I think Minnesota go counter that with a punch of their own. Like Anthony Edwards said, they go punch, we go punch back. We not running for them. But this series is a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Let me ask you something. If Minnesota comes out in these next 2 games
Mm-hmm.
whoops them from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
You think the Nuggets will ever get back to the finals?
Mm. Well, you know, they say it's a copycat league, so kind of like when Golden State was on their little run, team start building to beat the Warriors. I think the same thing is going to happen with the Nuggets. Um, I'm not saying they're not ever going to be able to get back there. It's a possibility. Anytime you got Nikola Jokic on your team, Jamal Murray on your team, as long as they can keep that team together, the shooting of Michael Porter,
Oh
you know,
yeah, they're gonna be competitive.
you got to always put them up there as being contenders to make it to the NBA championship and possibly winning it. But Minnesota ain't going nowhere.
Nah, that and see
OKC ain't going nowhere.
that's my point. They all young, and they gonna be back. Cause see, ain't no jokers just walking around that
Nah,
you can just pick up and yeah, I got. And history does repeat itself. We're starting to lean back towards the big men with Joker and Embiid and Cat, Anthony Davis. You know, they're infusing the European influence of the 3-point shot and all that, but it's starting to go back to the big man, hang and bang down low, prototypical Shaq. You know, just throw the ball down low all the time, but everybody's starting to get back to the big man. Which, side note, I don't understand uh, why the Lakers ain't just keep Dwight and JaVale McGee, but that's a story for another day. Um, yeah.
yeah,
Uh, and I got
Minnesota.
a suggestion for the Lakers later on, but I'm gonna keep that. We'll talk about it then. But yeah, the league is going back to the days of the big man. You're gonna have to get you one to come up out the West or the East. And hey, let me while we talking about big men, this ain't got nothing to do with this game. But what's old boy name? Chet. Chet.
Chet Holmgren.
He can play.
Oh yeah, he just got to get some. He just got to get some body mass on him too. Get some
He
weight.
can
Weight on him.
play.
He's gonna be all right. He
But
gonna be
as
all
far
right.
as this series, I forgot all about Cat, to be honest with you. You got a rotating Cat, Nasri, and Gobert, even though Gobert didn't play the last game because of the birth of his baby.
Yeah,
But you got a 7-footer and close to being 7 feet that you can rotate on Joker all night. Plus they playing swarming defense. They held them to 80 points.
80. Say that again. 80 points.
80. We talking in this era where you can't even barely touch nobody. They held them to 80 points.
80 points.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Again, Joker's in unfamiliar territory. He got to deal with 3 big bodies.
Young.
And it's a struggle on him. He had 19 points the last game. First game he had 30 something, but it was the shots that he took. It was the inefficiency of the shots that he took. So it's gonna be tough, man. But to answer your question as far as Denver getting back, that's gonna be tough too. Again, Minnesota not going nowhere, OKC not going nowhere. Dallas, I believe, is going to still be there. I like what they're building in Dallas with Kyrie and Luka. You still got depending on what goes on with Memphis when Ja get back. You still got to see what goes on there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real tough for the Nuggets. It's gonna be real tough, but they're gonna always, in my opinion, be there in contention just because off the strength they have Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray and Michael Porter. But what's gonna hurt Denver is what they've been saying all season. Them losing Bruce Brown, Bowen, whatever his name is, Brown, and,
Yes.
and Jeff Green. And Jeff Green.
Oh, Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, so I got the Timberwolves winning tonight. I got the Timberwolves going up 3-0. I got the Timberwolves sweeping this series against the Denver Nuggets to move on between OKC and Dallas. Speaking of OKC and Dallas, OKC, they won game one to extend their streak of winning 5 straight in the postseason. They come back game 2. Luka had a great first quarter. Start off the game great, and they just jumped out on OKC quick, and OKC could never really rebound from that. Shea tried to do as much as he can in the game with 33 points. I believe 12 assists or 12 rebounds. Almost had another triple-double. So with that being said, Dallas tied the series up 1-1. How far you think this series is going? Can this series go 7? Or that's the only game Dallas is going to win?
I see. I think it's going 6 games, and Dallas going to win. You're going to get Kyrie showing up, big, clutch. Maverick supporting Cavs go step up. And now that Luka ain't got to do as much, and he got another person that can score, and is also athletic and can't be stopped, I think it's the inexperience of, because they're not a bad team at all. They're the number 1 seed for a reason. But the inexperience of OKC is going to be their downfall in certain situations, especially against players like Luka and Kyrie. If they keep the games close, I'll put it like this. If the Mavs are plus or minus within the last 3 minutes of the next, they played 2 games already, 4 games, the Mavs is going to win. No, they cannot. Nobody can check Kyrie. So that's a mismatch, which leads to open buckets, assists.
Okay, so you got a good defense though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but they ain't stopping Kyrie. We can't. I'm not gonna be the one to sit up here and say somebody gonna shut down Kyrie. So that's a mismatch. I'm not gonna sit up here and say somebody gonna shut down Luka. That's a mismatch. So that's 2 people right there, and both of them can score at will when they want to. So that's why I'm taking the Mavs in 6. It will not. It will
still be a top 3
team
next year. Yeah,
but they won't make it.
You said, top 3. Yeah, I think Denver will still be up there, top 3, top 4, top 3, top 4. But I just think it's going to be difficult for them. When I say that, for them getting back to a finals or win another championship, I just say that because off the strength, I see what Minnesota is building. I see the OKC. I see the Mavericks. Them teams not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. And just like how the Nuggets are trying to go out and get better and add pieces, I think them other teams will do so as well. So that's why I say I think it's going to be tough for the Nuggets. But, you say, I do agree with this. I do agree with you with this. Dallas do have something that OKC don't have. They do have players that have been in situations like this before. Luka have been in playoffs, situations, series with the Clippers for.
To steal a phrase from somebody that I know, when it comes to Kyrie, he's a champion.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that Kyrie is an NBA champion, winning that championship. Of course,
you say that all the time. He's a champion.
But both teams coming to this series playing good defense. OKC been a top defensive team all season. Dallas was kind of shaky at the beginning of the season, but turned it on towards the playoffs and going into the playoffs. Luka, we know Luka is hurt. He's not 100%, but who is 100% at this point in time in the season? But with Luka, he's a knee injury, so we got to keep an eye on that. I think that could play a factor in this, but I do think this series is going to go 7. I think both teams is capable of winning on each other team floor. As we, saying last night, Dallas got one at OKC. I believe OKC will get one in Dallas. I think OKC is going to win game 3 in Dallas, to be quite honest. So, yeah, I think it's going 7, but I'm going to have to go with OKC. I just think they just too young right now. And I think Luka and Kyrie against a team like that can only take you and do so much. Now, if we constantly get 29 from PJ Walker like he had last night, you constantly get that. But of course, Kyrie Irving can't constantly give you 9 points. Although he played a good offensive game, dishing out 11 assists, he still ended the game with 9 points. But if PJ Washington could give you that for the rest of the series, let's say Derek Lively give you a little bit more, Derek Jones, whatever. Now they might have a chance then to win this series, but I just think OKC got too much firepower offensively. You just talk about Chet. They still got Jalen Williams, Shea, Chet, what they call it, the Dortch chamber. You know, he ain't gonna give you an offensive burst. Although been some games he done got 20, maybe 25 throughout the season. But he's playing hellified defense on that end of the floor. You got the case of Wallace is coming off the bench. You got a lot of them. OKC can go 10 deep if they wanted to, and I think that would be the deciding factor in this series, is that they are able to go deeper to that bench against Dallas, which means the Shays of the world, the Williams of the world, the Giddies of the world can rest and really be rested when it comes down to the clutch situations in the game. So I'm definitely taking OKC this series.
Okay.
OKC at 7, which goes set up a hellified Western Conference Finals series with OKC and Minnesota. I can't see Dallas winning that series. They might get 2 games. Yeah, I can't see Dallas winning either, but I do think it's going to go 7. They're going to get 3. That's going to go 7. We got another one. Get to some of these comments real quick. Blaze, Denver still got Joker. All they need to do is add a guy who can get his own shot so they can get back to Nugget basketball. Again, I agree.
It ain't going to be that easy.
It's not going to be that easy. It's not. No, you got an opportunity. So I give them that. You got the Joker, you got an opportunity. I still think they're going to be a top tier team in the West, top 4 team in the West. They're always going to be in
I'll say top 5.
Top 5. They always going to be in the conversation of contenders for the championship. But again, my just personal opinion is you got the in the West, you got the Timberwolves, who I don't think is going nowhere. OKC, who ain't going nowhere. We just said Dallas, again, not going nowhere. And even in the East, the Knicks, they can add to that team. You know what I'm saying? That will make them better. Again, we just talked about how they miss a Julius Randle and they still doing what they doing. Of course, I'm always be biased and keep my Cavs in there. I'm always still, but that's the only why I say it's going to be tough for Denver. I do think they're still going to be in contention, but I just don't think, they're going to win one soon. Another comment. If there was another guy outside of Murray and Jokic that could create their own shot, Minnesota wouldn't be sweeping them right now.
I don't know.
Man, listen.
But that defense, what's the face of them playing? And yeah, listen. Jamal got handles and all that. He street.
Yeah.
Joker is the engine, and he can't do. I mean, he's getting. Don't get me wrong. He's not being a bum at all, but he can't even get off like he wants to. They can't even create. Well, we about to find out if they can create some type of space or whatever, so he can start controlling the game and the pace and all that, and getting his assists off. That's why I was so mad at the Lakers game, because like you're doubling him and all that stuff.
Go ahead. I hear you.
Inability is his passing. He hitting wide on people. He can't even get across the. He can't even get across the half court line without being frustrated. So they have, as Rondo always says, they have not only the defensive capability but the personnel to execute the perfect defensive plan against him. So I don't know. They need some help. I don't think that just one person. I can't think of nobody off the top of my head. Like, you just add him and it'll. Nah, I don't think it's just that easy.
They got a good team. It's just they've run into a situation where I think like they've been outmatched. But again, they're going to be there. They're going to be there.
Yeah, they will.
But I just think OKC right now, them teams just not going nowhere. It's gonna be real tough. The edge is changing. We got Blaze who want to jump in and say something real quick. He said we tweaking. We about to find out. Hold on, let me get him on here. My man Blaze, what's up?
Yo, what up, though?
Talk to me.
The tweakage is real. What y'all talk about right now?
Okay.
If they had another dude, first off, what's happening in the squad?
Hey, what's happening?
If they had another person that can create their own shot right now, they wouldn't have the luxury of doing what they're doing right now. Right now, because they don't got that other person, they can play man with these boys because they got length. They can go one-on-one with Joker right now. But every time, you know, what Nuggets like to do is they'll play with both of them boys at once. Then they'll let one go to the bench, one to dominate. You know, they're going to try to double Murray because Murray crazy, and then somebody else get off. Or they'll let Jokic go, Murray go to the bench. Jokic will go off. They'll double him, let the other boys go off. They don't need to open shots, so they'll get them assists. But what Minnesota is doing is, no, we ain't letting that happen. We're going to play y'all man, and we got length, so we're going to kill y'all boys. If they had another person that can create their own shot, then they're going to be forced to have to double team again. Therefore, they wouldn't be able to play this swarming defense.
Okay, let me ask you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, G.
Let me ask you a question. On that note, who hypothetically, then who is a person they should go after that would be able to help them do the plan that you just said?
Man, they need to go after somebody like that bald head bastard that I hate, Derek White. They need to go after players like him, players like Hardaway Jr., players that got a Tyler Hero skill set. They don't have to score you a million. They just got to be somebody that can create their own shot and get that you have to take them as a threat. Who else? KCP don't do that. Aaron Gordon don't do that.
Is Michael Porter
what's they got on their team? No, the hell he don't.
I'm asking.
Hell no. Porter can't create. None of the boys create their own shot. Only two that's creating their own shot and doing it consistently is Murray and Jokic. The rest of them boys get clean up. A bomb, throw it to Porter. Now he can go and shoot, or he'll go drive. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got nowhere. He coming up the court, and then he making the. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing that. The only two doing that is Jokic and Murray. They get one more person, then they can go back to getting them doubles again.
Now listen, they could get one more person. I mean, I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm not knocking how you feel as far as like Denver being back there. Again, I feel like even next year, Denver will be a top 3 team, top 4 team, depending on the situation that goes on in Memphis, because I still like what Memphis is building on there. I'm just of a mindset of looking at the teams that's going on now, the Minnesotas, the OKCs, what Dallas got going on, and these teams are still going to be there next year. They still going to be there, and they're going to get better. They're going to add better. You know what I'm saying to their team. So that's why I feel like, again, I'm not saying it's going to be
like who can because I believe that right now if Reggie playing with right now?
Reggie Jackson. He played for Denver.
Yeah, he playing for them right now, and he hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What hurt boy gonna do? Nothing. Because remember the first game they did get him. They got them boys. You feel me? While Reggie was playing, but Reggie when he got hurt last game.
Yep.
He got hurt in the last game, so it wasn't to blow out that first game. They surprised them and whooped them. You feel me? But it was a blowout this game because they was like, oh, we can kind of double team these boys and stick to that defense. And now Reggie, especially Reggie not there, they thought they were straight. All right, we're gonna let Murray go in there. They was like, all right, bet we finna jump this. They beat the hell out of Murray. All right, forget that. All right, now let's throw Jokic. They beat the hell out of
play Murray and Reggie at the same time, though. So that's why I wouldn't even.
No, I feel you. They need somebody that can consistently get his own shot and he can give you when he just lucky hot can give you 20 something, but when he's normal, he can give you a good 10 and 12.
So let me just throw this out there: if they got DeRozan, you be willing to give up some of your key players? You think that would change anything with your team if you get let's say DeRozan for Michael Porter Jr. and somebody and a couple other people? You be willing to break up the team chemistry?
I can't give up DeRozan.
Hey, look, you trying to say you gonna keep Michael Porter Jr. over DeRozan? You sleep.
Yeah, for that team, you got to look at it. So in order for that to work, DeRozan would have to be a good, better. I mean, good or if not better a 3-point shooter than Michael Porter Jr. In that system, it's not about to happen.
But this is what I'm saying. You don't have damn the what he can do that way. The thing is, he just make everybody else. He just make them other two an extra threat because he's somebody else that can go get his own shot, like a Zach LaVine even. Either one of them two, the two that can take over a game and get their own shot. Please, it'll be a wrap out there in them streets. Hopefully they don't do it because I want my boys to be able to come and beat them. So you know what I'm saying. Hopefully they stick and do the same thing. And we getting LeBron and Bronny next year, so I ain't worried about it.
Hey, speaking of LeBron, real quick. Hey, LeBron, go get KD. Now y'all can continue.
Hey, look. I won't even be mad at a LeBron, Steph, and KD team up, man. Let's go to Warriors and run this real quick.
Throw AD and get KD. That's all I'm gonna say.
Get rid of AD for KD.
I don't think. I don't know that size of Mr. They'll be whooped by Minnesota in that case to me.
Look, we talked about it on the last show, Blaze. We talked about like far as like when you say DeRozan and Jamal Murray. When I talk about the system wise, we talked about it with Kevin Durant being and the difference from him being in Miami and who was it, Dame? That we talked about.
Yeah,
AD would fit better in Miami than Dame would because
he would
of how Miami plays, of how they
exactly.
Just like that's why I feel about the Denver situation. Their system, the way they play, I don't think. And I'm not saying DeRozan can't go over there and get them.
No, you may be right about the DeRozan situation. I'm capping. You right about the DeRozan. So they got to get some. They got to get somebody that's a willing role player but can create his own shot, like a Derek freaking White. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that don't care that they're not demanding.
Already, Bruce Brown, a guy they lost already.
That they shouldn't have did that. That was a mistake.
Or Jeff Green. They should have let
another mistake. They tripped on. They tripped on both of them.
Yeah, big time. So
they was both there last year, right?
Yeah, and then let them walk in free agency. Let them walk in free agency. They wanted. I guess Denver had.
And then they wanted to give us. They wanted to give us Thomas Bryant.
Look, that was your man's when you got over there. Oh, you was look. You had.
I thought he would go hoop. You know what I'm saying? He fresh off a ring, even though he ain't do nothing to win it. But he fresh off a ring. I thought he would go hoop. He ain't do a damn thing. He's a cheerleader the whole year.
Look, I told you he wasn't gonna do nothing, man. I told you. Look, and I don't care who went over there to Miami. They about to do something. They could have went and got the garbage man from down the street, picking up the trash on whatever street they got down.
His only job is to injure whoever else best player. That's it. We'll pay the fine. Or after the kneecap, make it look like an accident.
And that's the kneecap. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness! Look, and this coming from a guy who got a hit out on Kelly Oubre for taking out.
Yeah. It's on site with Oubre. Yeah. He got Jimmy on purpose.
Oh, he felt Oubre.
He heard Jimmy Butler on purpose, and he the one that got Jimmy Butler cussed out by Pat Riley. He got two beatings about to come.
Oh no! So we
not only you got me hurt, and you got me hurt with the owner. You got me cussed out by the owner publicly. You about to get the business.
So you blaming Pat Riley lashing out on Butler to Oubre?
No, on Oubre. It's Oubre's fault.
That was light though. It was light.
Yeah.
All he said, I think Jimmy just should concern himself about our own team rather than other teams. So that was light compared to the shit that
everybody wanted clicks. So that's why they made it seem bigger.
And they ain't got no problem because Jimmy going up to that office and he'll talk to him face to face. So anybody else knowing Pat Riley, he probably would have ran him off the team. He'd have cussed him out in public. Jimmy ain't going for that shit. So
damn right.
Because guess what? He ain't giving up Jimmy neither.
Hell no, he ain't.
Pat Riley?
He ain't giving up Jimmy.
Hey man,
don't say he ain't about to give up. He'll give up. He's not giving up Jimmy.
Listen, it's already been talked about. Jimmy might end up back in Philly with Joel.
Man, stop the cap.
Stop playing.
Stop that.
Okay.
I hear all that stuff you talking. Stop that. All I'm saying is right now, I'm a temporary.
That's what it is.
I'm a temporary. It's not gonna happen. I'm a temporary Cavaliers bandwagoner right now. Let's go Cavs and beat the hell out these Celtics. I'm with y'all, man.
Pat ain't giving up Jimmy. Pat can sit up there and say all he wants.
Hey,
who he gonna replace Jimmy with?
Jimmy better go out there. Jimmy better go out there and get on that court and play.
Pat, listen. Pat know what's going on. He was playing aggressive. He played them games with LeBron because LeBron passive aggressive. He not doing Jimmy like that. Jimmy will come up to that office and they just gonna argue because Jimmy ain't going nowhere.
LeBron got him a championship and Jimmy didn't.
That's true, but they two different people. All I'm saying is Jimmy ain't going nowhere.
You watched the whole Heat. Well, if you ain't watching, you probably watched Cliff Notes. But I watched the whole thing, obviously, as resident Heat fan. You feel me? Pat believe in Jimmy. He also, just like me, understand that the only reason things ain't go the way it's supposed to go because we curse with these damn injuries. You feel me? We curse.
Hey,
but we got Beckham. You feel me? With my Dolphins, we about to do some things.
Oh, I forgot about man.
Yeah. We about to he gonna revitalize his career, and we gonna get
Beckham out of juice.
And
Beckham is out of juice.
I did say the other day. I did tell you. I think that would help Beckham a lot because he ain't got to worry about, and Beckham here, he's still the number one. In Beckham here, he's still the number one. He's still out there do some damage.
Yeah,
but then down there in Miami, you got Waddle on one side, you got Hill on the other side. You could, Beckham, you can slide in that.
Come on,
you could get your shot. So
it's gonna be a problem out there.
So, listen, I think that'll be better than having who they had last year, Chase Claypool.
Listen. I like Beckham is cool, but it's gonna take 5 hits before them little toothpick legs. One of them gonna get hurt. He gonna have a calf string injury again. And I'm not being mean. I'm just being real.
You in the mighty name of Jesus. Get behind me, Satan.
Beckham, man, he can't stay healthy.
we cursed in Miami. I can't take none of that type of negative talk. I got to take all of that.
And that's gonna help Beckham is a lot ain't gonna have to be put on him.
Yeah, that's true too.
They're gonna have to deal with them two beasts outside, and while all that speed, they're gonna have to deal with them two outside.
Realistically, what y'all think, like numbers wise, on that team? What do you think Beckham is going to be able to produce? Are we going at least 500 yards, maybe 10 touchdowns?
He could get at least 5.
Hell yeah.
Like, is that reasonable?
I believe so. Even surprised y'all this year.
If Miami really focused on winning games and trying to win championships, then I think Beckham could get that 5 because hopefully Tyreek and Waddle and even what's the running back's name, Devon and Chain and Raheem Mostert. Hopefully they can look at it and be like, you know what? Tyreek Hill don't come into the season talking. You go get these 2,000 receiving yards. You get 1,100. That's cool. Waddle get his. If everybody eating and we being productive and winning and we making it difficult on defenses to guard us, hey, they all down for it.
And actually go and beat some damn teams with winning records.
Yeah,
and they got to get home field in the playoffs because they got to go on the road. Is a wrap, man. They can't. Them pretty boys can't deal with that cold weather.
Yeah,
not at all. The boys be getting stiff.
I just think that with the people that y'all name, it'll be plenty of opportunities. I mean, realistically, all jokes aside, it'll be opportunities for Beckham to take advantage of. But if he has enough juice to go get it, you know what I mean. So, I reasonably thinking, I know he can get over 500 yards. Because I know Tyreek gonna have hella touchdowns. I say 7 to 10.
For who, Beckham?
Yeah.
Touchdowns?
Yeah.
Hold on, you said 7 to 10 touchdowns?
Yeah, with all the other people on there, it's only one ball.
Nah. Beckham gets 7 to 10 touchdowns. The Dolphins about to what? What?
Yeah, I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that per game.
He can get 7.
You mean out of the 17 games?
Yeah.
He gonna get at least a touchdown per game. Stop playing.
Okay, yeah. I could give you 7. 10 though? 10? I mean, he'll be taking away a lot. He'll be taking away a lot from them running backs.
Only reason I said 7 to 10 is because of everybody else. Tyreek already gets you open.
Yeah.
He gonna get you whatever you want. So that opens up Waddle, which also opens up Beckham. So
Yep.
And they got a great running game.
I could give you 7. I could give you 7. I could see him getting 7 if he stay healthy. 7.
So they're going. That's why I said they're gonna have opportunity. He's gonna have opportunities. It's just will he be?
How many touchdowns did Tyreek Hill have last year?
How many what?
How many touchdowns did Tyreek Hill have last
Oh,
year?
I have no idea.
Man, I got to check outside of all the whining I was doing. I don't know the exact number.
But again, like, Beckham with 10. That mean, either Hill or
I know.
They stay healthy, they're gonna be a problem.
I know Tyreek had over 10. So
that mean Tua about to be MVP next year. Then
he already was. I would not expect it. He already throwing. Like he's throwing. He's not out there playing no games.
I don't go get about 7, 8 on the season. Then you still got to think about the passes he's throwing out the backfield to the running backs. You talk about Tua throwing 40+ touchdown passes next year.
It's with the squad that they got, it's doable. Tyreek opens up everything. Because his speed alone.
He's trying to make it look like genuine concern, but he's just a Miami hater, bro. That's all that is.
I like the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins because I like Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. The Dolphins do that, man. We talking like, man, they record about to be what at the end of the season? They going with 14-3. They ain't losing no more than 3 games. If that happened,
yeah.
I'm just saying. Look, with the talent that they have, Tua throwing the ball, Tyreek being open almost all the time. Waddle got to do report. Yeah, all Waddle got to do is carry his weight. That means Beckham is going to have quite a few opportunities. Let's say 7, like I said, 7 to 10 over the course of 17 games. That is reasonable.
Okay, let me ask
you. Yeah.
What was the difference from Beckham when he was with the Rams and he had Stafford and playing alongside Cooper Kupp and who was the other receiver?
He wasn't in Miami. That's what it was.
I think his knee wasn't as healthy as he told, and I know Cooper Kupp getting all them catches. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Cooper is good.
Puka did last year though.
Yeah, but Cooper was out for a while.
And when he came back, Puka was still getting eaten.
Yeah, but if Cooper started the season with the team, you think Puka catching all the catches?
Mm-hmm.
Because Cooper gonna be open.
I'm getting that call. Y'all handle y'all business.
It's gonna be hanging out with Mr. Cooper. All right, Blaze.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I think we got off subject, but it's all good. I do think if Beckham go over there that he's going to be real formidable. I think he can get 500+ yards. I can see the 7 touchdowns. 10 again, he get 10. That means the Dolphins is like we talking
rolling 40 a game.
Yeah, they looking better than the greatest show on turf in the Rams. They looking better than Warner, Hope, Bruce. Who's the running back?
I remember Marshall Faulk.
Like they looking way better than them. Yeah, we got off track with the football thing, but it's
ain't no worries.
And no worries at all. That's why it's called live TV. We do what we do. As long as we give a good content, we good. Frank Vogel out as 1 season as the Phoenix Suns coach. Fair or foul?
Man, let me tell you something. If I was to answer your question, it's foul. It's foul before the season even started. If I was Frank Vogel, let's just have a real conversation about all of this stuff.
Let's go.
First of all, when you sign on with superstars, you have to deal with their foolishness. Now, this is twice. After dealing with LeBron and then turning around and dealing with KD, I would ask myself, what do I really want to do? Because if you really want to coach, let me go to a decent team where I ain't got to worry about all this foolishness and superstars and their egos and their demands and all this, and I could really coach and then try to help them elevate from a regular team into a playoff team, and I could be real hands-on without having to worry about nobody else's influence. Or I can go to college because I'm pretty sure he's still getting paid from the Lakers, right?
Yep.
And now he's going to be getting paid from the Suns. So now you got two incomes, and you pretty much can do what you want to do. So the thing is,
money. Yeah.
yeah,
Money.
what do you really want to do? Because after this, unless he just loves it and that's just what he wants to do, which is fine. But after this, if you really want to coach and be coaching and developing players and all that, go to a regular team, get them with some good players, with a good GM and a good president. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you which one, but go to a regular team where you can actually coach and do your thing and then retire from the team when you feel like it. Don't take no more superstar teams because you always getting jerked.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it was like both situations. You brought the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns situation. It was both bad situations. But as far as the Lakers situation, you got a championship. It seemed like to me nowadays organizations and players expect for things to go perfect year after year after year after year. Like it's no such thing as adversity that need to be faced. With that being said, Frank Vogel. They won a championship and they came back and they ended up getting eliminated in the playoffs. I believe that season they had dealt with a lot of injuries too as well, but Frank Vogel was still there to at least keep them attention to compete. So he get fired from the Lakers, then he get hired by Phoenix. Now the thing with me with that is this: when you mention Frank Vogel, do you see him more as an offensive coach or defensive? What is he known for? Defense or offense?
Defense. Oh, honestly, I always think of him as a pacer coach. I forgot he was
defense.
But defense.
So with that being said, I feel like why hire a coach with one tendency that you go out and get the personnel that's completely opposite of what the tendencies of your coach is. We know Frank Vogel's a defensive minded coach, but you go out and get them stars, Kevin Durant, the ad with Devin Booker, then you bring over Bradley Beal. 3 offensive players who can go out and get you 30 or 40 on any given night at will. So I think that was a mistake. 2, is this more or less about Frank Vogel or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant. It's the same thing as LeBron. Everywhere you go. First of all, y'all messed up a great OKC team, and some of that is Sam Presti's fault too, for overvaluing Serge Ibaka over James Harden.
Woo! Yes. I've been saying that. Yes.
He left. You went to Golden State, which you really didn't need. Well, I would say they did need Steve Kerr because they ran a hell of a system, and he coasted to 2 rings. It wasn't even that damn hard. But after that, going to Brooklyn, picking Steve Nash, terrible decision. Terrible decision. That was his fault. Right. And that was the owner's fault for letting him run the team, so to speak, and be LeBron. So he was Kevin.
Right.
And now, like defensive players, but you pick a defensive-minded coach. 2 philosophies clashing at the same time. Mm-hmm. Nobody act like they know what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I've always thought the pairing of them 2 with Kevin Durant was bad anyway. I ain't never liked Bradley Beal. I thought he was always injured and inconsistent. So
they needed a point guard instead of Bradley Beal. But yeah, go ahead.
It's on KD. And like I said, speaking of KD, I just think they need to go ahead, go to the Lakers, switch AD for KD, get some big man. And LeBron ain't got to worry about that because one thing he know, Kevin Durant just want to play basketball, and he gonna score 35 or whatever a night. You ain't got to worry about. Even though I give AD a lot of credit, this was the first season in a long time that he showed up. Mm-hmm. But for real, the Suns is a mess. I don't know what the solution is to that shit. For real,
I just think again the Suns. A lot of their problems came in the 4th quarter of games. They was unable to show up, in so many words, in the 4th quarter.
But let me ask you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
if coaches coach and players play, then whose fault is that? The coach is to prepare you for the upcoming game. The players are supposed to play the game. Is it really Frank Vogel's fault?
Oh no, Frank Vogel's not out there setting screens. He's not
That's
out there
what
shooting jumpers in the fourth. Excuse me. No,
Bless
that's
you.
not. Thank you. That's not Frank Vogel at all. That's definitely on the players to execute the game plan that the coaches set out. That's definitely on the players. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely on the players. So no, that's not Frank Vogel fault at all. I just think again, this comes out to a situation where it was player versus coach, and 9 out of 10, anytime that situation happened, ownership is always going to take the star player over coach. They figure they could get a coach anywhere. That's why a lot of these teams have different coaches, year after year after year, except the Miamis of the world,
But you can't.
of the world. You're right. You can't. You're absolutely right. You can't. That's not a recipe to being successful. So again, I just think I don't care who the next coach is gonna be in there for fitness. If Kevin Durant there, if he's not happy, it's gonna be the same situation. You're gonna find that coach in a hot seat, possibly, getting the boot or whatever it is it may be. Kevin Durant, huh?
No, I was just about to say, like, what are we doing, man, with this? I wouldn't even at this point. I wouldn't even want to be associated with Kevin unless the whole team had a structured plan from top to bottom. I'm talking about from the owner. I'd go in and tell the owner, look, hey, I'm interviewing for the job, but if y'all ain't got no plan of how y'all want to play this and all that, then I'll just leave right now because I'm not about to deal with the foolishness. It's too much going on, and it's always with Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin,
I'm not saying he a bad person, but
I mean, even in Golden State, but he go over to that organization to where he felt he wanted to go over there because he felt they played basketball the right way, but he really wasn't happy over there. He didn't talk to nobody over there in Golden State, especially towards the end of his tenure there. The only person he communicated with, to my understanding, and from reading reports, was the owner, Bob Myers. The GM,
yeah, but that's his own fault.
Who, Durant's?
Yeah, for being antisocial.
You would think he at least had some type of communication with Steph Curry. I don't think him and Steph Curry really bumped heads like that. I think it was more or less KD and Draymond at that time. I don't think more or less KD and Steph though, but he didn't talk to nobody. He wasn't talking to Draymond, Clay, Steph, Kerr. He wasn't talking to nobody except for Bob Myers. So, but yeah, unfortunately, Vogel, I don't agree with the firing, man. Like after one season, man, you can't even get him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Frank Vogel, his job is to go out there and execute a plan.
Yep.
Put the plan in motion, and it's the players' responsibility to go out there and execute it.
And the owners won't. The owners just won't. Well, not all of them, but I know Phoenix for sure just want instant gratification.
But why is that?
Butts and seats, money,
and because you go out and get these players, the Durants, the Bookers, the Bills of the world. You know what I'm saying? For that instant success. So. But what I do know is I do believe, you touch on it. Unless Frank Vogel go into a situation where he know everything is secure, everything is good, boom, 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 boom. I do think Frank Vogel will be a coach next year, unless he just decide, you know what, my man G hit it on the head. This shit is just too much.
Yeah.
Lakers after 2 seasons, I brought them a championship because things ain't go right the next year. They let me go. Phoenix 1 season let me go. So
you know what? He need to go to Atlanta. If Atlanta had an open job, I don't know if they do or not, but I would like him in Atlanta.
I like Atlanta coach. The old who was it? The old Grizzly coach.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I can't get his name out.
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
The old Jazz, Quinn Snyder.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
The old Jazz coach. So I like him. I like what he brings.
A team like that for Frank Vogel would be great.
Yeah.
Maybe a Memphis.
Nah, I think Memphis pretty set with their coach. They like what they got going on.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Great show today, man. Great conversation. Appreciate Blaze for tuning in as well. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in to the Series Network. Don't forget, subscribe to the Signature Series Network where you can catch the Inside School Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Also, subscribe to the YouTube page and follow me on Facebook at Antoine Spivey. For myself, for my man G, appreciate you. Everybody have a great weekend, a safe weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do until next
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Until next week, y'all. Y'all stay safe. We out of here. Deuces.
Peace.